Hey everyone, this is Ariana Lloyd from Lloyd Collective. I help therapists start their private practice, and I'm going to show you how to register your private practice or your business in Oregon as an LLC. There are two ways you can do it. One is online, which I'll walk you through, and the other is a form. So let's start with the form because the online information is the same. So the name of your limited liability company, hopefully you've checked it out. When you register online, they'll check out the name for you and tell you if it's available. But if you haven't done that yet, you can Google the name of the business that you want to create and also add in the search terms Oregon Business Registry. And it'll either show up or not show up. And the same will happen, of course, on the Oregon website. But you should also do like a national search to make sure your name is not used by somebody else and make sure you have rights to utilize it. So first is your name, adding in limited liability company or LLC. The second is duration shall be perpetual unless you plan to dissolve it on a certain date. Put perpetual. Principal office must be street address. So you should know for this entire application, all of these are published publicly. So if you do not want your home address, especially if you're doing an online business, if you do not want your home address published, you're going to need to use a different address for every single one of these. And that can be a registered agent or an office address if you have one, or even a relative or friend's address. But do know that all of these are made public. So principal office, and all of these will likely be the exact same address. But if you do have a registered agent, you could put in their contact information for all of these. So principal address, if you're using your home address, that's here. Registered agent, if you've hired someone, then you'll put their contact information. If you are the registered agent, which in Oregon you can be, you'll put yourself. Registered agent's publicly available address must be an Oregon street address. Address where the division may mail notices. This could be anywhere in the entire world. I will say it's helpful to have it go somewhere convenient so you can get the mail quickly. How will this LLC be managed? It's going to be member managed. You are the member managing it. If rendering a professional service, describe it. So you can just very briefly say mental health services or coaching services or personal health care, whatever it is, just a few words. Optional provisions, indemnification. You can choose this one and then you can Google what that means if you like. It explains it on the Oregon Business website. Name and address of each person who is forming the business. So far, that's you. So your name and your address. And again, if you're using a different address than your home one, you'll put that here. Owners, also known as members, that's you again. Same information. Managers, you can put yourself, although I do believe they either have members or members and managers. So if you're putting yourself here as a member and you're saying your member managed, you don't need to put manager. Individuals with direct knowledge, this is you. And then you'll sign, print your title, which is whatever acronyms follow your name, contact and phone number. So then you'll write a check and mail this in to Oregon Secretary of State, which is up here. And then it'll take a while to hear back from them. The other way to do this is to do it online. So let's move to the online application. Okay, so this website is the Oregon Secretary of State. You're likely going to be a new user unless you already have a business here. But go ahead and log in. Okay, so once you've created a login, then you go in and you're going to register. You're going to choose a domestic limited liability company. You would choose a foreign one if you were first registering this in a different state. I don't know if you can see my drop-down menu, but it's domestic. And business name. So you type in your business name here and you're going to check availability, and it'll tell you whether or not it's available. And then activity description, as I mentioned, can be something as simple as mental health therapy, mental health services, health coaching, whatever your thing is. You're going to click perpetual here. Business email address, and this can be any email address. Your mailing address for notices. Again, any addresses that you share will be made public. So choose the ones that you're comfortable. Daytime contact, notifications option. So domestic limited liability company, then you'll choose your business name. We're going to say it's Therapy for Life, LLC. And you check the name availability. And you can see on this page, it says Therapy for Life, LLC appears to be available. However, business registry staff will make the final determination. So then you can continue with that. Activity description is mental health therapy. It could also be health coaching services, mental health services. Duration is perpetual. We're going to put a business email here. And give them a mailing address. And again, this address will be made public. So I'm going to pick one just for fun. But whatever you choose, choose one that you're comfortable with people seeing. Although it's highly unlikely anyone will look you up. And it's also unlikely that if it wasn't listed here, they wouldn't be able to find you elsewhere. But do what feels most comfortable for you. And okay, notification options. We're going to just choose email. So it's a lot of repetition here. Physical location. Again, for this one, they're saying principal place of business, but this can still be whatever location, whatever address you've chosen. And I'm going to continue with my example here. Registered agent. This can be you. This can be an entity that you've hired or someone else. But if it's you, you fill in all of your contact information. Organizers are, you guessed it, it's you. So put in on all your information here. Individuals with direct knowledge, this is you, so add an individual. Let's see if it'll save it. Sometimes the pop-up box doesn't work on this one. So you have to cancel and then do it again. There we go. This time it popped up. Okay. And statement of management. This one is member managed. Initial member management. Yes, we're going to add ourselves as the initial member. And we're saying up here at the top, are you entering a member or manager? We're entering a member. And we're just putting ourselves. Save. And if you are co-owning this with a partner or someone else, you can add them in. Professional services, will we be rendering professional services? Yes. And there's a drop-down menu, which you won't be able to see all of the options, but we are going to choose other licensed professions. And then optional provisions here, we are electing to indemnify our members. And if you're wondering what that means, you can Google Oregon Business Indemnify Members, and you can also click on this link right here. So then you'll hit continue. It's going to make sure you've got everything filled out right. You're going to review this all. Hit continue again. I verify all of this. It's going to have you sign, and then it will eventually have you submit and pay, and that's it. And it is approved pretty quickly, and then you're done. You've got your LLC, and you can move on with the next steps.